Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Hunter Elliott here. Hope everybody's doing well. This afternoon I'm finalizing my review of the CZ P10C 9mm striker fired polymer receiver handgun. It's about a year and a half ago we did the P10M micro, and now here we are with the P10C compact, which it's going to be a little larger but still well aimed at the concealed carry, defensive carry market. Nice gun, easily concealed carried. Let's go through that. Now, first thing I want to talk about is the MSRP. It was a while back, CZ reduced the MSRP on a lot of their guns. P10C was one of them. Now the MSRP on this, $399. Yeah, $399, not a bad deal. But why was that not a bad deal? Let's go through these specifications and we'll talk about the review, and you can kind of begin to form an opinion as I have. Like I said, it's chambered in 9mm Luger. It ships with two 15-round magazines. As you'll notice, there is no magazine in the pistol now. And just while I'm here, I'm going to show you it's empty and it's still pointed down range, so we know everything is safe to talk about. Capacity 15+1. It is a fiber reinforced polymer receiver, steel slide. Barrel length is 4.02 inches. The overall length is 7.5 inches. Height is 5.2 inches. The width is 1.26 inches. The weight 26 ounces. Trigger pull comes in about 6.5 pounds. With some take up, you can feel the resistance. Then it breaks like a striker fired would with some over travel. 6.5 pounds for concealed carry, defensive carry handgun. That's about where you want to be. My opinion is any kind of concealed carry gun, defensive carry, you want your trigger pull north of 6 pounds. It does have 3-dot sights, and they are metal. So if you're used to having to swap out plastic sights on your striker fired guns, you don't have to fool with that. CZ's already ready. You can see here the magazine release right by the trigger guard. What you would expect is swappable. Just under the dust cover is an accessory rail, Picatinny rail, as expected for any kind of concealed carry, self-defense, defensive carry gun, home defense. You're going to want that rail to attach whatever accessories, lights and lasers, what have you. Ergonomic wise, it's very CZ75-esque. It's got a pretty deep beaver tail here and an undercut trigger guard, so it almost forces you into a correct grip. As far as texturing, here on the port and starboard, it's got some pretty good texturing on the grip area, on the front strap here as well. Not very aggressive, but enough to do the trick, as well as the back strap. Now, speaking of back straps, CZ sends a total of 3 different swappable back straps. So you've got a little bit of customization there on how the gun fits your hand as far as that's concerned. You have a slide release here, slide stop. It is textured, so I believe you could use that as a slide release if you want, but there's no ledge on it. So if you're used to the overhand or slingshot method to reload that fresh magazine, then that'll work just fine, but you can also use it for slide release. It does have front and rear cocking serrations. A lot of texturing on the gun, which I feel like is pretty good as far as being able to keep a grip on it, especially if you're wearing gloves, your hands are sweaty, bloody, what have you. You've got a lot of texturing so you can easily manipulate everything on the gun. Their only real safety, other than the one between your ears, is what you expect on a striker fired gun, that little safety that you disengage when you do press the trigger. Field stripping, y'all, just like any other striker fired. We know it's empty. Double check, just kind of pull it back part of the way. I got it. Got to pull that little release lever down. Comes apart. Recoil spring. Little barrel here. It is a little dirty. And I mean, it's just that simple. No tools to detail strip. Excuse me. It's just that simple. No tools to field strip. To put it back. There it is. Now it does come in a nice clamshell case with the back straps, the 2 magazines, and a plastic 1-piece dummy round. CZ sent us a dummy round with that, which I'm not quite sure why, but I get it. If you want to practice your dry fire, what have you, it's nice to use a dummy round. I'll tell you real quick what I love to do with them is if I'm teaching somebody, which this Being a 9mm and pretty easy to hold on to and nicely textured, this is not a bad trainer in my opinion. I will also swap in a dummy round within a magazine. And so who's shooting doesn't really know, but while they're shooting, at some point that pistol is going to pick up and load that dummy round. And when they go to fire it, you can observe what they're doing. Are they anticipating the recoil or anything like that? And so you can see what's going on a lot better than when it's the actual live fire. Reliability. Well, we're about 400 rounds into it, and I shot everything from some Defender 115 grain ball to a lot of double tap, heavier jacket hollow points, Hornady critical defense, all that sort of stuff. Absolutely no troubles, 100% reliable, no issues with the gun as far as that. Accuracy wise, out at 25 yards from a rest, 3 shots, I was grouping around 3 inches. But if you're curious about all the specific ammunition that I shot and the groups that they printed, then there's going to be a chart in the article that I have on rangehot.com that you can go and read that along with all the technical specifications, and I will link to that article in the description below. If you're in the mood for upgrading your brick concealed carry striker fired gun, and when I say brick, I feel like you should know what I'm talking about, you've got a really good option with the CZ. And I mentioned the ergonomics are very reminiscent of the 75. It's certainly not like a brick to hold. Your hand really fits in the gun naturally. It's got a lot going for it, especially at the price point. So in my mind, if I was in the market for a striker fired gun, I would jump on this like a damn duck on a June bug, y'all. It's a good price for a good solid pistol. And at that money, if you're even just curious, it's certainly worth getting into. So I'm not going to beat that up. I'm not going to drone on. That's really about it. No problems, no malfunctions, good accuracy. So, but if you got any questions or comments, we got the comment section below. Please feel free, good, bad, right, or wrong. I want to hear from you. If you liked the video, I hope I had earned a subscription. Please subscribe, like the video, hang around rangehot.com. We do some cool stuff from time to time. Even if we get it right by accident, you could be there to witness it firsthand. So that's really about it. Okay, y'all, I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. Look forward to seeing you at the range.